Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Dale Carnegie. My friends, don't worry about how long it takes to master these charts, because once you do, you'll make up for all the time you ever spent. And guys, let's think about it. What are we literally doing every day? It's a binary decision, isn't it? Is the market going up or down? And any edge you can get. And when we say market, we're talking about the particular market you might be looking at as far as an ETF goes, a stock, a bond, a Bitcoin, any kind of cryptocurrency, any kind of ETF that might be gold, silver, platinum, you name it, your favorite stocks. All we're trying to do is determine which way is it going today. Are we in a trade? Do we stay in? Do we get out? That's what you're looking to do. That is why we trade off the weekly chart. We find over and over again the weekly chart is many times the easiest to see a telltale sign of a rotation over. You don't have to trade. You wait for the perfect trades. Great training today in the show notes. If you're not a subscriber, for free at chartingwealth.com. Go there, sign up. You'll get our trainings each and every day. Let's jump into these charts. This is a day, friends, where everything is up. Let's jump first into the S&P 500. As we look at things, the high last week was what? It was 724.87, 725.04. We've reached a higher high this week. And of course, as we look at the latest two-day candle, you can see where things are sort of bobbing around the same area, where things popped up to on Friday morning, then down on Monday, popping back up again on Tuesday. A little bit higher this week. Again, when we look at where we are on volume, we're not seeing a lot, my friends, on this latest two-day candle. And today we're below the volume, but we're continuing to push up. Price just keeps on keeping on, 0.80%. Of course, we are still long on the S&P 500. What about the NASDAQ 100? Even easier to see. The high last week, 675.97, 682.77 this week. And of course, look at that latest two-day candle. As far as volume goes, we got close to average in the morning, not so in the afternoon. But again, we continue to be long on stocks. We don't have volume backing us up, but price sure as hell is. What's happening with bonds? They are up for the day like everything else, but we, of course, are in I don't know what happened to our trend line there. We had it set yesterday. We are in a downtrend on bonds. We are short bonds, again, going into this second week. Downward pressure there. Was up for the day 0.5%. We've seen that happen before back on Friday, and then dropping again. We will keep an eye on bonds, but we are short them and in the red, going down. And of course, if you say, Tom, what is it that we do when bonds? Well, if you've taken our training, if you're a Patreon member and you've gone through our three-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way, and you can chart and practice trade options, you'd be in puts. But TBF is a single short of bonds. It is going up as the underlying asset is going down. This is a single inverse fund. This is managed by ProShares. The good things, bad things about short funds or inverse funds. They do revalue every day. Their costs are high as far as management costs go, but they can multiply losses, but at the same time, they can be something you can do when markets are crashing. If you've not taken our training, I'll put it again at the end of today's video. Inverse funds, how to make money when markets crash. You'll get a kick out of that. I'll make a note right now to stick that in at the end of today's video. What about gold? Well, gold is up for the day, 0.86%, but you can barely see that as you look at where gold is on the half day and on the 2-day. You see that we are moving down. And again, we may find ourselves sort of bouncing off somewhere here on a potential floor. I don't know, but I can tell that we are decently below the weekly trend line on the 2-day and on the half day. So again, we still have negative weight on gold, but we are looking to see if there's going to be anything around this level to support it. If gold's going to bounce back up, and my friends, if it tears through this, probably just keep on moving until it gets to some other level where it may stop. So again, got downward pressure on gold right now. We'll continue to monitor, see what it's doing, but no downward pressure on Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin ETF, HODL. And my friends, it is moving on up, stroking up since things really popped up hard on Friday, and just keep on going. And of course, as you look at the weekly chart, you can see a little bit of a pullback in all on the 2-day chart where things slowed down and pulled back a little bit. Thursday, the 23rd of April through Wednesday, the 29th, that'll be on into 30th of April, Thursday. But then the Friday and the Monday, just keeping it going again. And Bitcoin just climbing on higher, going into the 5th week after we had these failures 2 weeks after 2 weeks after 2 weeks. That started bumping up back in September, early September of last year, and we'd see these 2-week trends that then collapsed. Well, we're going into 5 weeks now as Bitcoin just slowly but surely keeps on keeping on, keeps on churning like Thomas the Tank Engine. 2.03% for today. My friends, if you're not a Patreon member, we'd sure love to have you help underwrite some of the cost of this channel that we put out each and every day that we have for well over a decade now. We thank everyone who's been with us for any amount of time, but particularly the folks that go all the way back. And again, we congratulate all of you who've seen success from the work that we do here. It's what it's all about. We don't charge for this daily stuff. We're happy to share it with you. And of course, the Patreon members get some special things like that 3-part trainings option made simple, the Charting Wealth Way Plus every day. I've already sent it out for the day. The trade execution summary grid, as well as the 5-day plus analysis. Of course, when we get to the end of the week, we also give you the S&P 500 weekly vertical crossovers going up and down. We look for as many as 20 of those, although we've not had anywhere that many lately, just with the way the market has been. But again, that's what we look for. We share with you what we find. That is where we are, folks. Thanks so much for being with us. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.